Do I miss? Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 847 Club. This is your boy Tristan and Gina, and we're gonna be talking about The Lord of the Rings. We decided to do this video because I popped in The Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, the first one, and realized I've never actually seen all of them, just this one. So we decided to film ourselves watching it, and that didn't turn out right. So we just watched them all in the span of like a week, and we're gonna talk about them.
All right.
I want to talk about how I kind of perceived these movies and understood the pop culture surrounding, these sets of films. I've owned this copy of all three theatrical editions on my shelf for years now and haven't really brought myself to go and watch them. I don't know why I've been holding it off. Every time I watch the first one, I either fall asleep or don't pay attention, but I finally grew up and decided to watch it and appreciate it and with an open mind. And given that, I didn't go into this movie expecting like the greatest films ever, but what do you know? This is now my favorite trilogy I've ever seen. Better than the original Star Wars, better than, any trilogy of the MCU. I didn't finish the Godfather trilogy yet. I just started watching the first one, but I think it's also better than The Dark Knight, all of them combined, and I just can't wait to talk about them. What do you like about them?
Well, okay, I technically have seen these before. I've seen the first one and the third one when I was a kid. They always used to be on TV, so I would watch them on TV. So that's why when we watched them, I remembered like the huge battle that's in the third movie. That's why I remembered it, because I just remember watching it on TV. Overall, excellent, fantastic trilogy. Like Tristan, it's my favorite trilogy now, and I think it's one of the best trilogies that's ever been made. The CGI for these movies is like way before its time. Like, things in this movie are
I think you mean ahead
perfect.
of its time.
What did I say?
Before its time.
Ahead of its time.
It still holds up. A lot of it still holds up, and I think that's due to the score. Howard Shore's score for this movie is one of the best things I've ever heard in my life. I downloaded most of the soundtracks for the movies, and just listening to the Shire theme makes you want to go on some stupid ass adventure facing the coronavirus and shit like that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the score elevates everything about the movie. It elevates the characters, the dialogue, the story, and the CGI. Award-winning and groundbreaking technology still holds up to this day. You could tell it's dated a little bit, but it didn't take me out of the movie at all. I kind of liked seeing that, like stepping back a little bit and like, oh man, this is a movie, like just to realize I'm so immersed in whatever's going on. And this isn't really like, I can't pick a favorite movie out of all these three, whether it be 1, 2, or 3. Each one of them has its moments, but like as a whole collection, which is how I see it, is just the best. If you're a fan of film, this will be like the films of all films to me.
Yeah, I have a favorite. It's the third one.
And why is that?
The other two, like, they're on this long journey, and you're like, alright, I'm ready for them to get there. So finally, the third one, like, this is where...
The third one, what?
This is where things are starting to happen. You start seeing, they finally get to Mordor, all these armies are coming together, and they're gonna have this big, huge battle for Middle-earth, and it's insane.
The reason why the third one doesn't stand out to me like it stands out to you is because I like a lot of smaller moments and that are sprinkled around the first two that just really hit me deep. Like, my favorite scene out of the whole trilogy is towards the end of the Fellowship when Frodo realizes that he has to embark on this journey, the rest of it alone. And then Samwise follows him into the river and almost drowns, and Frodo picks him up and he's like,
I made a promise, Mr. Frodo. A promise. Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee. And I don't mean to. I don't mean to.
Oh, Sam.
Come on.
that's just a pure friendship moment to me, and like that's why I cherish those two characters like in my heart. Frodo and Samwise are my
Oh my god.
my best friends.
It makes me so angry when freaking Schmeagle's doing all this dirty work and Sam's trying to tell Frodo and Frodo's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, how fucking dare you? Why the hell they pick all the hottest men in acting to do all these characters? It's insane.
And women. Like
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett, Liv Tyler.
Orlando Bloom. Oh my god, when he in the second one, when he like takes the shield and he just like slides down the stairs while he's like shooting arrows, I was like, oh my god.
All the Fellowship are badass, which is why I think the Fellowship, all members of the Fellowship are the main characters and not just like Frodo, Sam, or Oregon or anything like that. Aragorn. So shout out to Oregon.
Aragorn.
Aragorn. I don't know why I say Aragon. I think that's a dragon book, but whatever. It's not Aragorn, it's not Frodo, it's not Sam. None of these guys are the main characters. It's just the entire Fellowship, which is what I really like about the movies.
Gimli. My boy Gimli.
Gimli gets some sweet action. I just wish you could see him get some sweet ass. He deserves.
Oh, yeah, I love the friendship that him and Legolas have, because they just have it, man. They have it. The part in the end, well, in the last movie, they're literally like counting to each other like how many kills they have to see which one can get more.
Yeah, you really buy into the friendship and like the chemistry between these characters, because the actors really just, shout out to the actors. The actors really embraced what this movie was, trying to be, and didn't like question it or, do something else. They really understood what, Peter Jackson was trying to do, and they just went with it. Everyone treats it really seriously, so that's just another reason why I really enjoy just watching the characters interact. And I'm surprised that these movies remain PG-13. I mean, you see dudes get decapitated, especially with the makeup work and stuff that goes into these. Whoever does the costumes had to make over 15,000 costumes for the whole cast, just to show like, each character's costume as it's like weathered and damaged throughout the films. That's a whole separate costume that they need to make for that. So shout out to them. I love directors that find a good balance of CGI and practical effects. Those make the best kind of films, and that's why I like, 80s, 90s movies the best, because when they get into the 2000s, that's when they kind of overdo it. But, thank God Peter Jackson had the right mind for this movie.
MCU, you need to start taking notes.
Honestly, and that's a whole nother video we can talk about. But there's so many shots in these movies to where I recognize them from future movies, and now I could look at those future movies and be like, oh, they totally took that from Lord of the Rings. So many original scenes and shots. Just how they film around the characters and the filming tricks that they use to like make Gandalf and the dwarves, like the proportions for it.
It was so cool, the thing you told me about them. Bilbo and Gandalf were sitting at a table, and the way they did it was like Gandalf was like way further. Was he further away?
Gandalf was closer to the camera, and the dwarves have to be farther away to make them look even smaller.
Right.
And yeah, the table that they were sitting in, it looked like they were sitting at the same table. It was actually cut in half, and the table was further back. But, the way the camera, aligns it, it makes it like that. It's where it's seamless.
movies are amazing. If you haven't seen them, especially now during this quarantine time where you have nothing to do, just start watching them.
I don't know why I was holding back on watching them. I must have thought like, oh, these nerd movies, like, oh yeah, go play Dungeons and Dragons somewhere fucking else. But I mean, I do like Dungeons and Dragons, so I was like, you know, why not check out this medieval type adventure films? And they are honestly the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you liked the little review and sort of reaction, because we just recently saw these, so for the first time, I mean, at least I did. So hope you like it. Check out our channel for other videos that you might like. We stream on Twitch a couple times a week, so go watch us on there. And we got merch too. Check out the merch below. Also, be sure to check the link below for our intro music and outro music, made by Saucetin and Dysphoric Mafia, so check out their SoundClouds. You could stream all those songs on pretty much every streaming platform, so go check them out.
And if you want to see more movie reviews, give this video the thumbs up.
Honestly, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more of this stuff, just comment down below. That's going to be all for this video. See you next time.
Don't think that anyone feel me. Don't give a fuck if it kill me. Don't think that anyone feel me. Now I'm numb, I can't feel, so I'm laying this kill, baby.